I can teach you how to do this haircut in under 9 minutes. I'm gonna show you how to work with the cowlicks around the hairline, how to do freestyle hair designs, how to master that razor work, not just on the hairline, but on the fade. And I'm gonna show you how to use that razor within the design. Not only am I gonna teach you how to fade, but I'm gonna teach you how to fade around the design to enhance the entire haircut. This is the before, but make sure you watch to the end, not just for the aftermath, but for all the tips and tricks along the way. My name is DK The Barber, and this is Swift Tips, how to do a mid razor fade with a clean freestyle hair design, okay? Let's get started. First, let's grab our blending clippers and slap that number 4 clip on our clipper, scanning over the entire top of the head, leaving no strand left behind. Once the hair is even, you want to pull out your trimmers of choice. I'm using the Gold FXs by BabylissPro, and with these trimmers, you want to create your fade line. Go ahead and create a line starting from the beginning of the temple and work your way down, slightly slanting that guideline down towards the back of his head, right across the occipital bone. Then you want to turn your trimmers around and go and shave everything up until that line. Next, you want to pull out your blending clippers, and what we want to do is make another line that's parallel to the line that we just made with our trimmers, but we want to do this with our blending clippers. Make sure the lever on the side of the clippers is all the way pulled back, and you only need to go up about a ½ inch, about a finger length, okay? Let's push forward and pull out that one clip and slap it on our clippers. Make sure that lever on our clippers is all the way pulled back. Go about a ½ inch up, and you want to repeat this process. The next clip we want to put on our clippers is the 1.5 clip. Now this and the 2 clip are the only 2 clips on this haircut where I'm going to start off with the lever on my side of the clippers all the way closed. And the reasoning for that is because these clips is going to blend into what we have up top. So I'm going to slightly pull that lever on the side of my clippers back the higher I go across that crown of his head. And I'm going to do the same thing with the 2 clips. Start with the lever closed, and as I work my way up, pull that lever back. Now that we're done blending the top part of the fade, let's blend this bottom line out. Make sure you grab your blending clippers lever on the side of the clippers closed, and you want to knock out this bottom line, but you don't want to go higher than the second line that we made that's parallel to the line that we're working on now. As we're attacking this bottom line with the lever closed with our blending clippers, you'll notice it doesn't take the line all the way away. It creates more of a shadow. And in my personal professional opinion, the bottom line is always the hardest to remove. So the technique to get rid of that line is to pull the lever about halfway back. Sometimes you got to niche at that lever. What I like to do is just repeat the steps that I tell you guys before. Start with the lever closed, and as you gradually go up, just pull the lever back. And I promise you guys, this is the easiest way to fade, and that top line reminds you where not to go, okay? Now before we continue, I want you guys to double check this bottom line, double check your work. Sometimes you might have to go over it a few times and kind of jump back and forth with that lever closed or open to get that bottom line perfectly faded. Like I said before, it is a tough line to remove, but let's go ahead and continue and slap that 1/16 on our clipper so we can go ahead and knock out this line right here. Just like before, you want to start off with the lever on the side of the clippers all the way closed, and as you work your way up, pull the lever back. When that lever on the side of the clippers is all the way pulled back and the 1/16 clip is on the clipper, glide off the sides of the head to prepare you for the next step. Speaking about the next step, let's slap that 1/8 clip on our clippers. Make sure that lever on the side of the clippers is closed, and you want to go slightly up, and the further you go up, you want to pull that lever on the side of your clippers back as you go higher, okay guys? Now you want to slap that 2 clip on your clipper, okay? Same steps with different clips. Start with the lever closed, and as you go higher, make sure you pull that lever back. Now guys, it's time to double check all of our work when it comes to the fade. If you guys pay close attention, you guys can see there's a shadow still. So what I do is I try to pinpoint where I can improve the fade, and then I try to backtrack my steps to find out where the mistake is. So if you pay attention to the back, see this line? I start with the lever closed. I see that it's a little bit too sharp, too deep, so I start slowly pulling the lever back as if I'm just starting to fade off. Okay guys, you see that I jumped to the 1/16 clip trying to get this line out of there, and as you can see, that fade got a nice little blendy blend. Now, like I said before, we're gonna double check our work by slapping that same clip that we did in the beginning of the video and go over your client's head once more, making sure you're leaving no survivors, leaving no strand of hair left behind, okay? What I just sprayed on my client's hairline is trim and edge spray. What this does is freezes the hair in place and allows you to get a nice, clean, crispy edge up without the hair shifting around. If you don't have this, use some hairspray. Now, the first thing I do before I start the actual edge up is I analyze the hairline. If you notice in the front of his edge up, he has a cowlick. To perfectly execute this cowlick, what I would do is I concentrate on one side of the hairline. So what I do is I start in the middle and I work my way in one direction. I'm right-handed, so usually I work my way left. So once you finish that, you want to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Another side note, you want to start at the lowest point of that cowlick, keeping it as natural as possible. He's just a kid, so we don't want to push his hairline too far back. Now let's pull out our trimmers of choice and get started on this freestyle design. Now the first step is finding a starting point and build from that point on. I'm using my Slimline Pros by Andis. I like these clippers because they're not just cheap and affordable, but they have a small blade. Once you adjust them, they're hitters. Trust me. All links to all the clippers and equipment I use is in the description. I am not sponsored, nor do I have any affiliate marketing or brand deals by these companies. I'm just looking out for you guys, my viewers, my subscribers, and letting you guys know what I use. Let's go ahead and continue, okay? When I do these designs with these clippers, like I said before, they have a small blade, but I like to utilize the blade itself, not just use the whole surface blade, but the corners of the blade is key to get the curvature lines. If you notice, I'm using the left corner and the right corner depending on which way I'm trying to take that curve. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing into the razor. Now, usually on kids, I wouldn't suggest you guys to use a razor, but his dad was right behind the camera. He was actually helping me out with the camera work this time, and he said it was a go, so I went ahead and went and used it. The razor amplifies your hairline, the sharp lines, by like a tenfold. If you learn how to master your razor, your haircuts alone will look so much crispier. So what I do is I trace all the lines that I hit with the trimmers with my razor. That's not just on the hairline. I do this on the design itself. Another thing you guys want to pay attention to is my left hand. The opposite hand of the razor, I'm stretching the skin at all costs. What this does is prevents cuts and nicks, and it also prevents razor burn. Just make sure you're stretching the skin in the opposite direction of whatever way the razor blade is going. Another way on preventing razor irritation is finding some type of shaving solution, okay? Some type of shaving cream, shaving gel. I personally never use shaving cream, and I'll tell you why later, and I'll even give you a secret tip on what to use if you don't have access to any type of shaving gel. But let's go ahead and blend underneath the design. I want you guys to pay attention how I'm blending in the same shape as the design is, almost as if I'm doing little burst fades underneath the design. What this is doing is making the design and the overall haircut stand out way more. Now let me tell you guys why I never use shaving cream. So you can see where I'm shaving, and that's exactly the reason why. I like to see where I'm actually shaving. I like to see where the razor hits the skin. When you put shaving cream, it's more of a foamy substance, so you can't really see where you're shaving. So I like to use shaving gel, or if you don't have access to that, you can literally just get antibacterial soap, mix it with some water, then boom, you got yourself some shaving solution you could use not on just your edge ups, hairlines, but all your designs too. Now pull out your 5-star foil shaver or any foil shaver that you have at your disposal. If you don't have one, you could use a straight blade razor, but you want to shave the sides of your client's head down all the way to the skin to give it that nice clean razor shave finish. My name is DK The Barber, and this is Swift Tips, how to do a razor fade with a freestyle hair design. If you like this video, please smash that like button. It really encourages me to keep these videos coming, and subscribe for more. Check out my playlist, and until next time, gotta go.